Hi, I'm Anne.
And I'm Adam. Welcome
to
to
Daily English Podcast.
Podcast.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our channel. I am so happy to be here with you again, guys. Adam, today you look very thoughtful and you have a big smile. How are you today?
Hi, Anne. Hi, everyone. Well, today I am very happy, but I also feel very nostalgic. Just today, minutes before coming here to your house to start recording the podcast, I went down to my basement because I was looking for some old tools. In a dark corner, I found something incredible that changed my whole day.
How interesting, Adam. What did you find in your basement? Was it a hidden treasure? Tell us.
It was not a gold treasure, Anne. I found an old cardboard box. It was full of dust, and it had my name written in children's letters. It is a real time capsule. I decided to open the box before leaving to come here, and I spent almost an hour looking at my old childhood memories.
Oh, I love that. Time capsules are wonderful because they keep pieces of our history. It really is an excellent topic for today's podcast. What do you think if we dedicate this episode to talking about those objects from the past, about memories, and how to describe the things we keep since we are children? It is a great opportunity for our listeners to learn new words.
That sounds like a fantastic idea, Anne. Talking about memories helps us practice how to describe situations that already happened and to use words about emotions and the state of things.
Perfect. So, my dear listeners, today we are going to travel in time through words. Prepare your notebooks to write down today's vocabulary. Adam, tell me more about that box. How was the object when you saw it in the basement?
Well, as I was telling you, the box was stored for more than 15 years. The last time I moved, this box must have come with all the others without me noticing. So the object was completely dusty. It had a gray layer on top. But when I cleaned the surface, the box looked very good.
Of course, dust is normal in closed places. And what was the first thing you saw when you opened the lid?
The first thing that caught my eye was my old favorite comic book. It is a small book with drawings that tells the adventures of a space superhero. I spent hours reading those pages when I was a child. I liked it a lot because the drawings were very colorful.
Wow. Comic books are fantastic to learn how to read when we are small. I also had my favorites. And was the comic book still in good condition? Maybe now it is more valuable, but having the memory is more precious.
It is. It was a little old, but the inside pages were preserved very well. Right under the comic book, I found my favorite action figure. It is a plastic doll of an astronaut with moving parts. I remember that I played with it in the garden every day after school. The fun thing is that this toy has a small lamp in the helmet that still works. The helmet is still very shiny when you turn on the light.
How incredible that the light still works. Sometimes old toys are very strong. As a child, I loved everything about space.
Yes, although not all of them had the same luck, Anne. I also found a plastic car, but that toy was completely broken. It was missing two wheels and a door. It made me a little sad to see it like that, but it reminded me that I was a very active and dynamic child, and I played with a lot of force in the yard of my house.
I can imagine you were a very restless and active child, Adam. It is normal for some toys to end up broken when we use them so much. But the important thing is the happiness they gave you at that moment.
You are totally right, Anne. Another object that surprised me a lot to find was a cassette tape from my father. It is that rectangular plastic object with a magnetic tape inside that we used before to listen to music or record our voice. Do you remember them?
Of course I do. My grandfather had a huge collection at home. I love old objects. And what was recorded on that cassette, Adam?
It had a list of my favorite songs from the 70s and 80s. In that time, they didn't have internet or music applications on phones, so my father had to wait on the radio to be able to record the song on the cassette tape. He even did it when I was still a child. It was very fun to remember how we did that.
What a beautiful time. It was a slow process, but very special. You are very lucky, Adam. And what else was in the box?
Well, I found an old photograph. It is an image printed on paper where I appear with my best childhood friends during a birthday. We were eating cake and smiling.
Oh, wow.
When I saw that old photograph, I felt very nostalgic and happy because I remembered the importance of true friends since we are small.
Old photographs are windows to the past, Adam. They allow us to remember faces and moments that we sometimes forget over the years. It is a very valuable object to keep.
Definitely, and the last object I found at the bottom of the box, hidden under some papers, was my diary.
No way! A diary? That is a big secret. It is great to be able to remember what you thought when you were a child. Aww.
Yes, it is a small notebook with a lock where I wrote my secret thoughts, my daily plans, and the things that happened to me at school when I was 10 years old.
And could you open the lock to read what you wrote?
Fortunately, the small key was attached to the notebook with a tape. I read some pages, and it made me laugh a lot to see the things that worried me at that time, like math homework or soccer games. Writing in a diary is a very good activity to keep memories alive.
It is an excellent idea. I think all children should have a diary to hide and keep their stories. It is incredible how a small box can contain so many valuable memories that make us travel in time. Guys, do you have a box of memories or a diary in your houses? What objects from the past would you like to find? Tell us in the comments.
Yes, we want to know your stories and know what memories you keep with affection. Leave your comments down here. And remember, if you like this space to learn with us from home, subscribe to the channel, give the video a like, and share it with your friends. Your support helps us keep creating more chapters.
That's right. Please subscribe. And, well, Adam, after reviewing all those wonderful objects, cleaning the dust, and activating nostalgia, I think it is the perfect moment to do our review before closing today's episode.
Excellent idea, Anne. We're going to review the new words that we learned conceptually today so our friends can take notes in their notebooks. Comic book. A small book with drawings and short texts that tells the adventures of a character or superhero.
Action figure. A plastic doll or strong material that represents a character and is used to play.
Cassette tape. A rectangular plastic object that keeps music or voice on an internal magnetic tape.
Old photograph. An image printed on paper that captures a moment or a person from the past.
Diary. A personal notebook where a person writes their secret thoughts and daily experiences.
Dusty. An object that has a layer of dust on top from being stored in a closed place for a long time.
Broken. Something that is damaged, fractured, or divided into parts and does not work correctly.
Nostalgic. The feeling of affectionate sadness that happens when we remember things from the past with love.
Shiny. An object that reflects light intensely or that has a lot of its own light.
Dynamic. A person or situation that has a lot of energy, activity, movement, and force.
To find. The act of discovering or seeing an object that was lost or hidden in some place.
To keep. The action of putting an object in a safe place to protect it or to use it in the future.
To remember. Bringing to mind an idea, an image, or a situation that happened in the past.
To hide. Putting an object or a person in a secret place so that nobody can see them or find them.
Helmet. Head covering designed to protect the skull and brain from impacts.
Restless. Unable to stay still, calm, or quiet because you are nervous, bored, or tired.
And that is our vocabulary of memories and objects from the past for today. Very well. We finished recording for today. Don't forget to practice these words in your mind the next time you think about your childhood memories or see an old object in your houses.
That's right, Adam. At the end of the video, you can pause it and write in the comments the new words you learned today. Enjoy the process calmly, guys. Remember that this will always be your peaceful space to improve your English. Subscribe and share the video.
See you in the next episode to keep learning.
Take good care of yourselves and happy learning!
Goodbye.